something like we want to test, of course, presentations and slides and marketing materials, how people reflect, if we can maybe change a tiny bit there, so that we can, that we are prepared for launch. That means pre-launch, so prepared for launch at the 1st of September, and we will start officially the 17th of September with a world launch event in London in the O2 Arena. So this event is nearly sold out, so you need really to hurry up if you want to be part of this venue. This will take part again in London, and I think we have around 500 tickets left only. I think they've been sold about 1,000 tickets. So you can go to Eventbrite and get your tickets in London for the 17th of September 2017. So I can hardly recommend it to you. And just to explain a little bit about Omnia and why proud partner of Genesis Mining. So everybody's asking us, wow, are you really a proud partner of Genesis, or are you just buying Hashpower, and are you just a reseller or something like this? And I can tell you, of course, we are not. So we are a partner of Genesis, but we are not a reseller. So Omnia owns the hardware, and Genesis Mining is providing the services, the maintenance, the experts, and of course the huge experience, I would say, in the market to know exactly which coin is profitable. For example, they have an expert team, an asset management expert team, and of course they have so huge expertise in the market since the last 3.5 years. So they are all over the world. They have their research and development department in China. They have, of course, the mining farms in Iceland, in Sweden, in Boden, in Sweden. Sorry. So this is quite huge, and of course they have 300 people working for them 24/7, and these are all very, very skilled people that you can't buy for money, for example. So I always say, if we all put all our money on the table, if we have $1 billion or 10 billion, you can't buy those experts because they are not available on the market. This is something that has happened in the last 3.5 years because Genesis Mining has trained those people, skilled those people. For example, they get bonuses if the farm works for a certain percentage of 95% and higher, for example. So there are some clues that and hints that have been there for the last 3.5 years and have been, I would say, never the success to 2017. So obviously they're collecting about 3 million per day. I would say they are a $1 billion company. It's a huge company with huge reputation in the market. And surprise, tomorrow we will start with our own airplane from London to Iceland with the board of Genesis Mining. So that means in the next 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we will be heading to Iceland, to Reykjavik, to the, for example, the Enigma farm of Genesis, and of course to our hardware, to our rigs, to show everybody the connection between Omnia and Genesis, and obviously how the setup is, what we are using, how they use it, what about the maintenance and security purposes there and everything. So I think it will be some great days of knowledge and exchange of experience, and of course of commitment, because if you can touch something, if you can see something with your own eyes, of course it's a bigger commitment than if I tell it to you straight away. So this will happen. We will let you know. We will make, of course, movies and everything, like we know, and we will spread them all over the world. And I think we have around 7,500 people now in the business, and we have just made a pre-launch, so this is quite huge. And I think it will kick off after Wednesday tremendously. So watch out what will happen. So let's start with the presentation. The digital world is part of our DNA. This is for sure, because as you know, everybody has a mobile. Everybody, if you're heading with a train or an airplane to somewhere, so everybody has his mobile in his hands, getting information, sharing our experience, even our meals, if we are in the gym or somewhere or whatever's happening. So, but we extend, of course, our networks, because we get connected to people all over the world that we maybe never would meet. So, for example, if you are in Europe, so you meet people directly in South America, in Asia. Even if you're not able to travel, if you have no time or maybe not the funds to travel, you can extend your network with 7 billion people all over the world. And Of course, we stay in contact with our loved ones. So, for example, myself, as I travel a lot, and I stay, of course, in contact via, for example, FaceTime with my wife and my beloved son. So this is, of course, the possibility to get in contact, or with my mom, for example, because I live in Spain, or my father, and they live in Germany, Hamburg. So this is about 3,500 kilometers away from here. But you can stay in contact via video conference like we do at the moment. So, and if you want, you can interact. So this is quite huge. So technology, digital world is very important for us. But we take it as normal. So it has really influenced our lives in the last years. But a couple of years before, how was our life? How did we used to live? And it was like this. So technology revolutionized nearly every sector. And as you can see, this is how we used to travel, for example, with horses. Today, you go only by horse if you want to enjoy the nature and everything, but it's not so efficient, as you know. So this is how we, oops, there was obviously something else. Where's the picture? There. Like with this kind of cam, we used to record movies, for example. And as you can see there, this was our communication. You know that telephone, maybe you don't know it anymore, but you need to do like this, and then you get a connection, or you get to a switch port, and the switch port got you to the person you want to talk to. So this was quite a crazy time, I would say, but it's not so long time ago. But there's one sector where technology didn't take place. Absolutely not. It's definitely the banks. And the banks is really crazy, because this sector has not been reached by technology. Banks still take hundreds of billions of fees from us, like before. Billions of, and I would say it's even more expensive than before. This is the crazy thing. So billions of people still have no access to our existing banking system, no access. And for example, in 1980, $100,000 have now only a value of $33,000. This is a quite big inflation. But there's something, of course, better, faster, and even more accurate and more trustworthy in this world. And you know, of course, what? So 99% haven't recognized the change yet, but it has already started. Cryptocurrency like Bitcoin will change our lives forever. This is for sure. Yeah, Bitcoin and Co are equal to dollar and euro and so on at the moment. So you can buy equal stuff. And I think around 27 million merchants are using Bitcoins, or taking Bitcoins, or exchanging Bitcoins for goods or for services. So payments with Bitcoins and Co is easy, like sending an email. And it is like this. And cryptocurrency is reducing transaction costs to minimum. This is very important. The transaction costs are reduced to minimum, and it protects your money against inflation. And this is very, very, and it's fast, of course. It is fast. Oops. It's obviously in German. I don't know why it appears in German, but so it's the same like the internet communication has changed our life. The blockchain technology will change our entire financial system. This is what it says there. So in 2011, the Bitcoin had a value of 30 cents. 2013, the value was about $1,100, and we said, wow, this is really huge. And today the value is about $4,000. Alone in the last 3 days, the value got higher than, I think, $900 in the last day. So it's quite huge. And you can see, of course, everything on the big TV channels and everything. So this is quite part of our lives at the moment. But again, 99% of our people, of our beloved ones, have not recognized it yet as a chance for them. And this is our chance, of course. So top cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrency is the fastest growing financial currency phenomenon ever. And again, Ethereum is like Bitcoin 2.0, I would say, because this Ethereum platform is, of course, decentralized application, but it's a little bit about programmable money, smart contracts. So in Ethereum blockchain, you can, for example, imagine that we can sell houses. We can make, we don't need to go to the notary anymore. We can make contracts for maybe selling a car or something like this on the Ethereum blockchain, because it's possible because of the smart contracts in there. So it's a little bit different to Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is something like a payment system, I would say, and Ethereum is something like a financial system. And then there's Zcash, so there's a type error, it's Zcash. And Zcash is a little bit similar, but has lots of privacy, of course, protection. This is very, very important, so it's quite anonymous. And you can do definitely different things like payments in the internet, where maybe you think, oh, it's unsecure, I don't want to get in touch with this, I don't want to have people have my data or something like this. And Litecoin, of course, is a little bit similar to Bitcoin, I would say. So it's definitely a coin of the merchants. And yeah, it's easy like it is. So you have no chargebacks, for example. Again, this is a big issue for merchants because, as you know, I don't know if you know, but credit card payments, for example, everybody thinks, okay, if I pay with my credit card, the merchant has no risk because the money is taken straight away. But it's not like this. There's chargeback because obviously everybody from us can do chargeback, I think, about 12 months if you buy something by a credit card. So it's a very huge, high-risk business. And with cryptocurrency, the merchants can take away that risk because it's something they need to implement in their calculation of their development plan and business plan and everything like this. So I think it can can change the profitability of businesses all over the world. So 1 year ago, the whole cryptocurrency market had a market cap of $11 billion. Today, the market cap is over $110 billion. And even this is nothing. Because as you know, Apple has a market cap of $850 billion and the whole cryptocurrency market is only $110 million. So basically nothing. And this is what I mean. So we are right at the start. So all that we are here are blessed because this industry is, it feels quite settled because you have your wallets, you can pay with Bitcoins, the Bitcoin price goes up, so you make lots of profit with this in the last years, but it has not reached any market so far. Yeah, the market cap is very, very small, so everybody here in this business, not only at Omnia, is quite a pioneer. This is what it is. And as you know, if you are right from the start at some business, at a branch, at a sector or something like this, the possibility of a big win for yourself is quite big. So where can I get cryptocurrency? Possibility number one is buy your cryptocurrency at an exchange platform, buy it directly. You can do it today. With your credit card, with direct transfer, wire transfer, whatever. Possibility two, and this is of course the possibility that we prefer, mine cryptocurrency. So we are proud partner of Genesis again. We can't say it often enough. And our portfolio so far that we offer for mining purposes is at the moment in the pre-launch phase, it's Bitcoin, ETH and ETC, so Ethereum. And from the official start, we will add Zcash and Litecoin. So we will have 5 cryptocurrencies that you can mine, of course. And whenever there is a cryptocurrency that is not enough profitable anymore, we will switch to the next more profitable cryptocurrency. So with our hardware, we can mine 22 coins at the moment, and 16 of those 22 coins are profitable. Genesis Mining is providing the services around the mining maintenance, and the experts. Furthermore, Genesis Mining has the experts who exactly know which coin is the most profitable coin to mine at the moment. So as you know, Genesis Mining is seen on Huffington Post, CoinDesk, Forbes, so all the well-known channels in the world, online magazines and whatever you can think about. So Genesis Mining has a huge reputation and is known on the market and is, by the way, the biggest cloud miner in the world. So it's absolutely number one in cloud mining. This is our packages. For example, this is the Bitcoin related packages. So we have packages that start from $50. So everybody can benefit. It means even if you have no money, even if you are a little bit exhausted because you have done 3 multi-level marketings before, not really successful, you've spent your money, no return of invest, everything is away, your motivation is quite low, and you don't know what to do, you need to pay your rent, whatever, at the end of the month, so you can't pay 3, 5, 10,000 euros into a business to start over again. It's impossible, I know. And this is why we, even if it's more work for us, even if it's less profitable for us, absolutely not profitable for us, we offer our clients, not even in the emerging markets, not only in Asia, not only in South America, no, everybody in the whole Europe, the $50 package. Because the $50 package is a start. And you are able, with the $50 and $100 package, to earn direct sales commission. That means you can earn your bigger package out of the business. So you don't have to spend your money, your own money, maybe your savings, maybe your money that you have saved for the rent, for your food, for your kids, for your whatever. No, you can earn the money out of our MLM business. And this is the idea. And of course, it's the idea because there are some, I talked about the emerging markets, for example, about the parts of Asia, subcontinent India, South America, even parts of East Europe, where people have less income than in England or in Germany or something like this, of course. So everybody needs to start somewhere, and I think this is a good possibility. The packages are completely linear. It means the packages, the biggest packages, or the biggest package has no advantage regarding the hash power, because this is hash power. Hash power means this is the power, I would say, the electricity, how light your bulb shines. Yeah. If you, for example, spend a lot of electricity into a light bulb, it shines very, very light. And if you have less electricity, it's a little bit lower. This is the same. It means your mining results are dependent on hash power. The more hash power, the bigger your mining results, but they are linear. So it means if you buy a Lite Master Miner package for $25,000, you have not something like a bonus or something. It's just double of the Master Miner, or the Master Miner is double of the Strong Miner. No, it's not even like this. So similar to this, you know what I mean? It's linear calculated. But the advantage I will tell you later, because it's related to the MLM business, it's regarding how much you can earn per day. This is the, I would say, this is the only difference. And this is Ethereum lifetime mining. And what does lifetime mining mean? And I think this is our biggest advantage, because lifetime mining, maybe you have heard it before in other companies. And I can tell you, they don't have lifetime mining. And there's no company at the moment in the MLM business worldwide that has lifetime mining. Absolutely not. Even if you read it in their compensation plan or in their marketing materials, it's not true. And there's quite a well-known, I would say, company, something with gold, I don't know. They provide to have lifetime mining. But lifetime mining in their case means if the coin that you mine, that you have paid for the hash power, is not profitable anymore, they have the right to stop. That means, let's take it like from the practical world. If you buy an Ethereum package in this other company, ETH for example, yeah? As we know, the difficulty bomb at Ethereum H will drop in about 16 months. We had a difficulty increase at Ethereum, 30% from the first part of the year, 20% in the last 3 months, and the difficulty grows. That means, could be that in 16 months, so basically 1.5 years, Ethereum is not mineable anymore because it's not profitable anymore. In the case of the other company, of our competitors, your mining contract stops. And that's it. Then your money is away, no further mining results. You feel cheated, scammed, whatever, and then you blame it to the MLM industry. But that's not true, because MLM can happen like this. We have real lifetime mining. That means you get, this is the payout hash power, for example. We take it, for example, here at Bitcoin. You can put it directly into a crypto compare calculator. The payout is the hash power you get lifetime. That means you get it from after 5 working days after your activation of your account. You get your first payout daily, and you get it lifetime. Lifetime means as long as there's any coin in the world that is profitable to mine. And there are about 3,000 coins at the moment. I think around 600 are mineable. And they're coming every day new coins, every day new ideas of coins, some really strong coins, I would say, for the future, with very clever concepts in behind and in the background. But what we can say, because we've talked about with all experts, I would say, that are needed in Europe at the moment, and in the States and in China, so at some conferences, and they all agree, yes, mining will take place minimum 10 to 15 years, minimum. Maybe it will last for the next 100 years, maybe. But as you know, technology is running so fast, maybe there will be another system. But for the next 10 to 15 years, it's feasible that there will be mining. It means, lifetime means in our case, minimum 10 to 15 years. But again, if it takes 20, 30, 40, 50 years, we go 50 years, that's it. So that is lifetime mining, because the only conclusion to stop, in our case, with mining your coin is the coin is not profitable anymore. Then we switch for you to the next profitable coin without cost, same hash power, everything stays the same. You just recognize, oh, okay, I don't mine anymore Ethereum H. I do ETC, for example. Yeah, classic. Possible. That's it. And I think this is I think it's a huge effort for all our partners all over the world, and people recognize it. I think this is one of the points, because people are now reaching out our network in that powerful way. So that's it. This is, for example, a mining calculator. So you can go to, this is what I recommend. It's cryptocompare.com. Cryptocompare.com is a quite nice calculator for mining profit results. So there you can put in, for example, the hash power that we provide, the hash rate that we give to you, that we deliver. You don't need to put any electricity cost or something like this, because we have all included in the hash power that we provide to you. So we have no soft cost, we have no hidden fees, nothing. There's nothing which comes up in the next weeks or months, and we say, we need to take a little bit more electricity cost, because obviously it is like this. So no, you get what you buy, and this is very easy. So we deliver you the hash power, the exact hash power. You buy a package, that's it. And I think this is the most fair and transparent way, in our opinion, to have a real product. And this is why we are not, I would say, nobody can blame us. This is the point. So we have a real product, we have a real service, we have our own hardware, and that's it. So go to CryptoCompare, put in, for example, the Bitcoin mining. So this is my hash power. What or when does the return of invest happen? At the moment, the return of invest, because the Bitcoin price is so high, is under 12 months. And if people now say, well, okay, 12 months, is it okay if I now spend $1,000, for example, and I get back my $1,000 after 1 year? Is it okay? Now, I would say, if we calculated that in percentage, this means 100% of profit per year. 100% of profit. Even if it takes place in 24 months, it's 50% profit per year. I don't know if you have heard about 50% of profit a year at a bank, at an insurance company, at an investment house. I don't think so. So that's it. So not even on long term. And this is something you really need to know. If there are some cryptocurrency, or no, mining companies would say, yes, but you can, the return of invest have at 6 months. It's feasible, it's possible, but they don't provide lifetime mining. Sometimes, most of the time, it's over in 2 years. That means you earned a lot, I would say, in the first year, but then it stops after 2 years and your money is away and you need to spend more money again. In our case, you spend it once, you get lifetime mining. Okay, the return of invest is maybe at 1 year, or at Ethereum it's around 14, 15, 16 months. But after that, everything what comes in is your money, is win every day that goes on. So that's it. Oops, I think I was too fast. No, everything's good. So this is the mining process. This is how it starts. Daily payouts. How do you start? You register yourself with your sponsor link, because you can only register yourself if you have, of course, a sponsor. Yeah, you can't register with the company. If people are reaching out to our company and want to be part of our network, we will provide them with the leader in their region, of course. So then you choose your package, what you like to mine. Depends on you. Then you create your own e-wallet if you don't have one, because the e-wallet is needed for the daily payouts of the cryptocurrency, because your mining results will be paid in that currency that you have elected for your package. That means, yeah, we recommend for the start Bitpanda. I know Bitpanda is not the most, I would say, for the pros, for the geeks, Bitpanda is nothing. Of course not, because it's not technical, it's very easy. So even my mom can build her own e-wallet at Bitpanda. But for the start, it's very easy, because they have a video verification, for example. You can directly exchange your cryptocurrency if you want to fiat money. For example, if you want to pay your rent and your landlord says, no, I don't take cryptocurrency, give me euro or pounds or whatever, then of course you can exchange it directly and transfer to Skrill, Netteller, to your bank account, whatever it is. This is why we recommend Bitpanda. For example, ourselves, we are not using Bitpanda, we're using, for example, whatever, Jax, for example, but it's a little bit more technical, and people, maybe it's too much for the people for the start. This is what it is. Now, Bitpanda is okay. So fill in your e-wallet address in your Omnia back office, because it's needed to put it in your profile section to have. It's like you put, if you have been at Amway, at Herbalife, at wherever, you need to put your bank account where they can transfer the commission, of course. And this is the same with the e-wallet. You put it there, and then we transfer your mining results to your, and even part of the commission to your e-wallet. So fill in your e-wallet address in your back office. If you own more accounts with Omnia in different currencies, of course you need to open different e-wallets before. Very important. Hold or exchange at Bitpanda, you can easily sell your cryptocurrency for fiat money if you want and transfer to your bank account. Happy mining. That's it. Quite easy. This is our compensation plan. And I'll show you just parts of it, because the compensation plan is definitely planned as part of your sponsor to show you, because I think obviously there are some more examples to do, there's some more questions. Even if we have, I think, the most easy compensation plan in the world, because it's very, very easy, very without any exceptions. There are not so many rules. It's quite easy. So what does it mean? You can earn direct sales commission with every package that we provide. Even if you have the smallest of the smallest package, the $50 package, you can earn unlimited direct sales commission. Unlimited. Doesn't matter how much. So if you work a lot, earn a lot. That's it. The direct sales commission is the only commission part that we pay out in dollar, in US dollar. Because this is obviously, we sell Hashpower, you sell Hashpower to your client, to your partner. This is a service. That means you're allowed to get fiat money for that. Because Omnia is legal, Omnia is transparent, and we know that we are not allowed, for example, to pay mining results in fiat money to you, because mining results are done by a cryptocurrency. If we exchange it, for example, in fiat money, this is investment, and we don't do investment. This is for sure. We are not an investment company. You can't invest money here. You just buy Hashpower and you get your mining results. That's it. So it's basically like you take a part of a power plant. So you go to a hydro power plant and say, hey, I have 1 million. Can I please invest? And they say, yes, give it to me. You get X amount of electricity, and you can use it for reselling, for example, to your neighbors. So it's the same. It's definitely the same. So you get 10% direct sales commission. That means, for example, this is you. This is the guy who smiles a lot because he sold to Patrick and to Julia a strong miner package. Why we selected a strong miner package? Because obviously we are now in Europe here, and Europe, of course, the income is quite high, and for sure you have the possibility to get a strong miner package, because I would recommend something around the mid miner and the strong miner package, because you obviously can earn more commission. I will show you in a minute. So if you sell to Patrick and to Julia strong miner package, you earn $1,700 of direct sales commission, even if you have a small package. That's it. and you get it daily. Whenever Julia pays, whenever Patrick pays, you get your direct sales commission. If the system of Omnia in the back office works good. So at the moment we have some database problems, but this is, I need to explain it again because we are in the pre-launch phase, so we are just programming the last steps of the dashboard, and there are some things that we see in the up and running process, so but it will be leveled out tomorrow. Lots of people have earned commission in the last 2 days, and on Monday I think it will be quite a huge commission payout to everybody. It will be interesting. Interesting for you, of course. So compensation plan 2. So what is this? Daily network bonus paid in cryptocurrency. What is network bonus? The network bonus is something like this. We have a binary system. Binary means 2 legs, and if you have 2 legs, you get paid in the binary system to the turnover, to the turnover of the weaker leg. The weaker leg is that leg that makes less turnover than the other. Easy? Okay. In the binary system, you put in the first line 2 people, one left, one right. And if they work, and if you work with them, of course the network grows, and there's coming, of course, turnover. So the network bonus, the binary bonus, whatever you call it, is not dependent on any generation. It is in the eternity of a leg. It means you get it from the first to the last one who gets into the business. Yeah? There's no restriction. So, but as everybody in the mining MLM sector has cycles, we needed to implement the cycles too, because otherwise you could not compare ourselves, our company, to the other mining companies. So this is why we elected the cycle thing. I don't like it at all because it's more complicated. I would have preferred to just say we pay 10% binary to the weaker leg, that's it, yeah, and job done. But in this case, we would not have been so much, I would say, transparent to the other companies. This is why we did it. So, but basically, you earn with Omnia 2% more than in any other big company, because obviously the rest of the companies are paying out at only paying out 8%, yeah, binary. We pay out 10% binary. That means you need to reach a cycle, and the cycle is always reached when you reach $1,000 in the weaker leg turnover. Whenever you reach $1,000 turnover, it cycles. One cycle. $2,000 next cycle. $3,000, 3 cycle. 4, and so on. Per cycle, you get paid $100. That means if you reach 10 cycles, you get paid $1,000 per day. Example. Day 1, for example, I don't know where this is German, this means day, I'm sorry. 10,000 in the weaker leg, 12,000 in the stronger leg. Means you get paid from the weaker leg, right? From 10,000, you get 10%, means $1,000, because you reach, of course, 10 cycles. In 10,000 turnover, there are 10 times $1,000, correct? Means 10 cycles. 10 multiplied $100 means $1,000 bonus. Very easy. Can you imagine to do $10,000 a day and 12,000 in the stronger leg? I think so. And you get paid $1,000 per day, daily. I think this is quite huge. So, and now we come to the package. If you have a $500 package, you're able to earn 10 cycles a day, allowed to earn, eligible for this. So you have $1,000 bonus max. If you have an $8,500 package, this is why I recommend it, then you have 22 cycles per day. And 22 cycles means $2,200 per day. If you have a Elite Miner package, the biggest package, you can earn up to $4,000 per day. This is huge. So it means only in the binary sector, you can earn $120,000 a month. Plus direct sales commission, plus generation bonus, matching bonus, whatever you call it, plus monthly extra bonus. I show you. So, yeah, of course, the balance from the stronger leg gets carried forward to the next day. This is for sure. So the turnover in the stronger leg is carried forward. This means if you cash out in the first day that 10 grand left, 12,000 right, it means 2,000 are left. That will be carried into the next day. So you have already 2,000 in the right, and then you only need to focus maybe on the left side more. So this is what it is. Okay. So this is direct sales paid, of course, daily. Then we have, of course, a 10% commission of the referrals. Oh, I think I went back. What's this? Just a second. The computer's a little bit slow. I'm sorry. Let's see. So there it is. This is daily generation bonus and monthly extra bonus. These are two further bonus schemes that we have. The generation bonus, matching bonus, whatever you call it, is quite often used. And I would say this is the most important bonus in this in the whole entire industry. Why? Because this is passively income. And it's not a residual income or something like this, because a residual income somebody needs to pay. And we definitely have a compensation plan that is not a snowball, because we can pay everybody in the entire network without getting new people to the network. That means we are independent, and other networks need to get new people to the network to pay the residual income of the people who are in the network. This is the definition of a snowball. This is the definition of a pyramid scheme, of a scam, or whatever. We are not, and I think we are quite proud on this, because we pay out a lot of money still, but are not dependent on this type of pyramid scheme. I think it's quite important to know. So it doesn't matter. Generation bonus. If you sponsor 100 people frontline, that means you sponsor them directly, then this is your first generation. Doesn't matter if it happens today, tomorrow, or in 1 year. People who you sponsor directly are your first generation. That means if you have 10 people sponsored, not 100, 10 people directly, okay? From the 10 people, you get weekly payout from the cycles that they did. So people, guy 1 did 50 cycles per week. Guy 2 did 30 cycles. Guy 3 did nothing, was on holiday, and so on and so on and so on. You get paid 4% of the cycles that happened in your first generation. I would say a couple of hundred of euros. Okay, not so big commission. But wait, if you work proper with your team, if you train them, if you educate them, if you are already there for them, if you listen, if you develop them, if you let them grow, then, and they are behind your idea of maybe sponsoring 10 people. Everybody needs to sponsor 10 people. Everybody knows 10 people somewhere. Huh? Your butcher, your best friend, your working colleague, your family, or cousins, whatever. Yeah? You know 10 people, and you can headhunt 10 people. If 10 people now sponsor 10 people each, like you did, you have in the second generation 100 people. Even if you're a sociopath, you don't know many people, you only know 10. You have a big family, you know 10 people. And maybe working colleagues and gym colleagues, football friends, that's it. 10 people you know, not more. This is your social network. Then you have 100 people in the second generation. And you get weekly payout from those people, from this 100 who make cycles, who create cycles per week. You get paid 3% of all cycles. It's huge. A couple of $1,000. Okay, not enough? Good. This is how it is. This is how it should be. You need to be hungry. If you have 100 people in the second generation, and you follow up with them, you develop them, you train them, you educate them, you'll be there for them, you listen. If they do the same like you did with the 10 people, everybody sponsors 10, not more, not 9, not 11, only 10. When 100 people sponsor 10 people, you have 1,000 people in the third generation. 1,000 people in the third generation. Now you get paid from 1,000 people weekly 2% of all the cycles done of this 1,000 people. And you still get paid from the second generation and the first generation. Can you imagine, you know only 10 people, but you have now 1,000 people in the third generation? It is possible. definitely. Maybe that will not happen tomorrow, but maybe the day after tomorrow if you do it right. Depends, of course, on you, on your leadership skills, of course, on the company. If you follow up, if you are compliant, everything like this. And but it is a development of yourself and development of your downline. I don't want to talk about the fourth generation because it sounds so unreal, but we have the fourth generation. So you look on yourself, you calculate by yourself, you calculate yourself rich maybe. Sometimes it works because it motivates yourself. The fourth bonus is a really, really nice bonus because that bonus is paid on the weaker leg monthly. Means if you make accumulated turnover in the weaker leg of $250,000 a month, and this is not so much, it's average, then you get paid another $7,500 a month. If you grow big, and this is something what we want, if you do not focus on the first year, not on the second, on the third, if you focus on long term, maybe you reach the 50 million turnover in the weaker leg someday, and you get paid every month 1 million. Every month. And I know there are some people that have made turnover like this. I know some people, you know some people. I call them aliens because they are so out of space. But again, with leadership skills, with follow-up, with listening, with hard training, with dedication to your work, love to your work, everything like this, then you can reach it. But this is not a short term. But again, if you make 25,000 turnover in a weaker leg, and this is really, really low, it's no problem for everybody, you get another $1,250. That equals maybe your rent. So if you are clever, this pays your rent. Imagine. Rank advancement. Yeah, and I need to excuse myself. I haven't translated. No, I have retranslated into German, and this is obviously in German. So we have different ranks. I don't want to talk much about ranks. I can send over to you all of you guys and leaders, of course, the English presentation. But obviously it was only a PDF. So we have different ranks, and the ranks, we don't talk about every rank, but the ranks are created like this. You need to have a certain turnover on monthly basis in your weaker and in your stronger leg, but this is not enough. So if you are a turnover guy, if you are, I would say, an investor, if you are not a team player, you will never hit a rank. Never. You will never hit a rank. So if you spend a lot of money in the business, you say, I put 1 million and that's it, you will not hit a rank. Rank hitting, in our understanding, is about developing the downline, helping other people to achieve ranks, to achieve their goals, to achieve income. And this is why you need to create different ranks in your downline, even in the weaker leg and in the stronger leg, to develop yourself. If you develop your downline, you will develop to a higher rank. This is what it is. So without team playing, impossible. And without a team, you will never hit a rank. That's it. So focus on that. Those ranks until Ruby are, I would say, the normal ranks. Those ranks from Diamond on are the ranks that are really important. Are really important. Why? Of course, the rest of the ranks is important too, and it's not easy to reach. But if you hit a Diamond rank in our company, you will be part of a decision team. Every 3 months, you will be invited to a nice venue of 2 or 3 days. We will lock ourselves in a hotel, in a nice hotel somewhere else in the world. And then we will have a conference from diamonds to crown diamond. The whole board will be there, compliance, our programmer team. And then you can speak for your downline. You can make proposals, what we can maybe change in the company, what we can add to the company, what we need to level out, where are some faults, where are some good things, bad things. So you can make proposals, and I would say 80% of the proposals we will directly, if we all agree, directly put into our company. That means that you have a voice. Everybody has a voice, but from diamond to crown diamond, you have a really strong voice and you can speak for your downline. I think this is a big advantage because you can create this company. This is your company. This is not my company. This is not our company. This is our company, of all of us, of the distributors, of the board, of the owners. Doesn't matter. We want to create this company together. And I would say this is one step towards to an intelligence leadership. This is what it's our understanding. So obviously we have prices and everything like it should be in the MLM branch. And of course, for example, from the Ruby, we call it Mission Ibiza Ruby time. And this is nothing where you will send a loan. Everybody who hits a Ruby rank in a certain month will go together to this venue. Will be very exclusive, I can tell you. So, and whenever I've been in my career to events, to incentives, to special incentives with other people from the company, it is always good because you meet people who have the same target, who focus on the same project, who really breathe the same air, and this has a really certain, I would say, spirit. So it is like this, and I can hardly recommend to you to hit that ranks, to be with those people, to be with those successful people, to hit that lifestyle, because obviously even if you don't focus on material things, even if it's not I would say important for you in life, yeah, for myself, family is the most important, health, that I have time with my family, yeah? So you can't arouse me with a Ferrari or something like this, you know what I mean? So even if I like it, but it's not the most important. Even if it's not important, this is a lifestyle which let you grow and which let your downline grow. Because obviously we are in the sales sector, and it's about results, it's about hitting ranks, it's about being successful, and of course this is our drive. It's like this, and we will not change it. Diamond Dream Travel is to the Caribbean. It's similar to, of course, the Ruby rank, but a little bit more exclusive, of course. And yeah, this is the price for the Blue Diamond. This is a Porsche 911 or a Cayenne Porsche new, and it's not a leasing. It's not for 1 month. It's title in your hand. That means you will get it at the event. You will get that Porsche not in your hand, but it will be delivered to your home. But you get the title in your hand. It's your car. You hit the rank once, it's your car. For the Black Diamond, we have a Ferrari. Oh, there's so many typing faults. I'm really sorry. I need to to have a look again at this. There's a Ferrari 458, and this is a nice one. It's about $250,000. It's a really nice car, and it's again title in your hand. And for the master position, for the crown diamond position, and this is not a small position, you get a Lamborghini Aventador special edition, exclusively made special edition for Omnia. You don't have to care about, there will not be a sign of Omnia on it, but it will be in the colors of Omnia. So this is a price around, I think, 500 grand, and there will be the crown diamond ring. And I think this is the biggest effort you can get in our company. I need to, again, do a little bit advertising for our event, because it's not, we need more people, because obviously it's nearly sold out, but I can only recommend to you, whenever I have been to company, corporate events, world events from good companies, they always have kicked my turnover to double, quadruple sometimes. Because people get committed. People see, wow, there are more people believing in this company. Obviously, it's working. There are happy faces. You can talk to different people from different countries and say, hey, are you really earning? Is it working for you? And people say, yes, of course, it's working, and this and that. Or maybe you get some negative things, positive things, whatever, but you get kicked. You get the knowledge. How is it working? And in our case, it's different, because in every corporate event, in every world or I would say country event, everywhere in the world, Genesis Mining will be on stage. Listen, on every world or country event worldwide, we will have one of the board, 3 founders, Jakob Dolic, Marco Streng, Dr. Marco Streng, and Dr. Marco Krohn. One of those people will be always on stage with us, being committed, show their faces, share their experience, share their expertise, help us grow our business. And I think this is what will happen at the 17th of August, September, 17th of August, 17th of September in London. Go to, I would say, Eventbrite, book your ticket, and be part of that. That's it. This was the presentation of Omnia. This is the first one. So everything will be a little bit nicer, of course, because obviously my PowerPoint was not 100%. So, but this is how it is. Yeah, I can only hardly recommend you be part of it. Place your people in the right position. Position yourself. Be part of the start. Be prepared before the masses come in, because then you will definitely benefit from those people. We have only a binary system, and we are not building 3 different, 4, 5 different binaries next to each other. So 8 legs, 10 legs as a company. No, like different companies. I think every company in the world is doing that business. We're building 2 legs. Company, 2 legs, nothing else. That means everybody will benefit from the right or from the left leg. Doesn't matter where you are. You will benefit. This is for sure. So there will be no turnover that that you don't have, where you don't benefit, for example, if you are in the right spot, of course. So just think about promoting Omnia right. We are not doing investment. We are not giving any promises on percentage or something like this. We're selling Hashpower. We have very clear, very transparent MLM structure, a very easy compensation plan, and that's it. So it was a pleasure to talk to you. Of course, we will be heading to more webinars in English, of course, more often per week. I think after Iceland, we will be back on Wednesday. We will put all the webinars on our website. Then more languages will be added to the website. I think there's now English and Spanish and German will be added today. There will be South Korean, Thai, Turkish, Russian, everything like this, 50 languages. So basically everything will be speeded up after Iceland. So take your time. Thanks for listening to my blah, 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 and see you soon. Bye-bye.